baby. Set it early. 180.
Listening to All Chiefed Up, the best damn Kansas City Chiefs podcast in the kingdom.
Chiefs Kingdom. Welcome back to All Chiefed Up. Back with another live podcast for that ass. Steve, it's Hollywood Brown's birthday today.
It's Hollywood's freaking birthday. Look at him.
Hollywood's
He's
birthday.
happy. How old is he? Do you even know?
I don't even know, but you know what he gets?
What?
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero años y felicidad. That's what he gets, baby. Look.
I knew it was coming. But I like the way you paused and made it dramatic.
You got to make it dramatic. I know he could be watching. He popped in the Coles the other day, right? Maybe he's watching. Probably not. Probably not. You know, YouTube wasn't forking him, but it happened.
Forks him.
And I tell you, how about
Lots
this?
of things happened on his birthday.
Lots of things. Steve, the deep ball's back in KC. The deep ball is back in Kansas City, Steven. That's all I got to say.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what we've all been waiting for. And that's why we got pumped. We got Hornt when they went and got Hollywood Brown, and now they got Xavier Worthy. We're going to have a quick passing game again. Like, we can go deep. We can score fast. Andy said push the ball.
Yeah, that's what I think. Is my fan too loud for everyone? That's my air conditioner, by the way.
It's rolling.
It's rolling.
I can hear it.
I don't know what to do. If I turn it off, I'm burning up. If it's a big deal, I'll turn it off.
It's so hot in there. You have to have the air.
It is
just
burning
rolling,
up.
baby.
It was 95 degrees today. 95 degrees. So
was it really?
It was hot, dude. Yeah,
was
that's
it
why
really?
we had storms and it almost like destroyed us. But yeah, man, I can turn it off in a minute if it bothers you. Let me know. But I'll say this: the deep ball's back, Steven. The deep ball's back. We've seen it today. We've got the clip. Let's watch a clip of Hollywood and Patrick hooking up here. Look at this.
Look at that.
Throwing the birthday boy.
Get used to it. Kelvin Joseph.
Kelvin Joseph. Kelvin Joseph just, after him having a good, week, picking off Mahomes, nay, says Hollywood.
What's the thing? Like, Kelvin Joseph's not a scrub. And you got Hollywood with the separation of Mahomes with a dime, baby. I can get used to that.
Hey, I don't want no scrubs.
I can get used to that, man.
Yeah.
I can get used to this gifted membership from Ron. What's up, Ron? How's it going, my man?
How's it going, Ron?
Did you
Appreciate
sneeze?
you, brother. I did. I
Like
muted myself. Did
I
you
know.
hear it?
Yeah, because the air conditioner stopped. I was like, what happened?
If the air conditioner stops, just know I'm sneezing. I've also got like a I messed with my lighting a little bit today. My camera's having trouble. I look like I'm in some kind of a sex dungeon.
You look fine, Mike. You look handsome.
Is it a little like purplish? Like,
No,
see how the light keeps going in and out?
It's okay. You got some bright blue eyes.
I'm in a dungeon, baby. I'm in the horned up dungeon. I got the blue chews a rocking in here.
Appreciate the gifted membership, Ron. You the man. But yeah, I mean, oh no, the mints are back.
They're blue chews. I'm just disguising them as mints.
You're like, it's a mint.
It's a mint.
Really getting all horned up under the desks there. But for real, back to football for a second. Super excited about Hollywood, Patrick Mahomes connection. First of all, since Hollywood got signed, I feel like him and Mahomes has been pretty close. They've been getting that chemistry down. And I think that Hollywood could have like a breakout year, right? Because, I mean, he's always been a good receiver, but he's not been like anything groundbreaking. But he's not been in the best of situations either, because he started with Lamar in Baltimore, and they don't pass the ball just a hell of a whole lot, especially back when he was there. And then went to Arizona with Kyler freaking Murray, who I think I might be a better quarterback than Kyler Murray.
Steve, come on now.
You think?
Now, look, I know you could probably beat him at Call of Duty at least a few years ago when we used to run Call of Duty, when we used to run teams. I forget which Call of Duty that was. Was that Call of Duty Ghost? Was it that far back or was it a little bit later than that?
It was that far back.
But that far back at Call of Duty, he would have been toast. At Ghost. We would have destroyed him.
Yeah.
Now I don't know about it. We don't really play so much. But I don't know if you're a better quarterback. You're taller.
At least I can see over the offensive line. That's a plus.
Right. Hey, you mentioned, and I know you're getting ready to bring up some good stuff here, but you mentioned this, and I don't want to forget it. You said Hollywood Brown, blah, blah, blah. How's he been? I actually did a little digging today, and I'm surprised you brought this up. But Hollywood Brown, I wanted to look at all of his stats versus the AFC West. So any games he played against the Chiefs, Broncos, the Raiders,
Chargers,
the Chargers,
all those suck asses.
Yeah, all them suck asses, plus the Chiefs. We'll throw the Chiefs in there too. He's played 10 games in his career, 44 catches, 546 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So he averages about 54.6 yards a game and about a half a touchdown per. So not the greatest, but again, not bad when you don't have Patrick Mahomes back there slinging you the rock, right? That's going to at least double or triple that.
It's going to be a different game for him. It's just a completely different offense. I mean, he's now in Andy Reid's system. He is literally like the prototype for a receiver in an Andy Reid system.
Yes.
And Mahomes is a beast. He's the greatest of all freaking time. Okay.
100. The greatest.
The greatest.
The greatest.
Speaking of, we got a 2-bomb from our boy Jared. What's up, Jared? Good to see you, my man. He says, wait, Sky is 24, I thought. Am I missing something? Yeah, so in camp, sometimes they double them numbers up. So
yeah,
it's not uncommon.
They're like, look, Sky, hey, now, I didn't feel like we should talk about this on a video. If you guys watched our video on Monday, if you haven't, go back and watch it. But we did a video about Steve, Last Word on Sports, come out with something and said that, we're talking to the Cleveland Browns about possibly looking at their right tackle, Jack Conklin. Okay, there was another report come out today said that the Chiefs and the Cowboys could be talking about sending Sky Moore to Dallas for a 7th round pick. That's the thing, because they don't think Sky is going to make the team. I don't know who said that.
7th rounder?
I don't think you're for it. I don't think I would be for it. I think I would at least want a 6th.
I think I would at least want to see if Sky can get it together, because I mean,
but I think most of Chiefs Kingdom would take that in about 2 seconds. And if you polled that, I'm pretty sure that poll's going for they'd rather have the 7th rounder over Sky Moore.
I will poll it, but that's kind of weak for me.
Poll it. I think it's a little weak too. I think I'll at least give Sky one more year. But the thing is, as everybody said, if he doesn't do well this year, then he has 0 trade value, and Kadarius Toney's already in that.
Well, boo-hoo. We lost the 7th round pick.
I know. Oh, you lost the 7th.
Oh, we got a 5-bomb from our boy Greg Goodwin. What's up, Greg? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Heck yeah, man. So I'm gonna throw the poll up here while you do your thing. Let me get this going.
Hey, somebody asked us. They said, hey, I thought you guys were doing Top Dono gets a mystery gift.
We doing it.
We're doing it. It's back. I think we're going to do it one night a week. We may do it both, but we had just done it on the Wednesday, but we may bring it in on both. And honestly, since you guys are here and it's early and we got you guys' attention, until the season starts back, Saturday night will be no more. The tailgate will come back during the season. So now the new schedule is going to be Tuesday night, Thursday night lives. That's the way we're going to roll with it until off-season's over with. Makes it easier on us, makes it easier to get a content schedule. And people want to spend weekends with their families. We've learned that. So I don't think it's a big deal, but we just want to give everybody the heads up. We also got our boy in here with a little iron price. 5 gifted.
5 gifted, baby. Let's go.
Hey, you know what, Steve? I think the 5 gifted counts as the mystery gift, right? Yeah. That's a donation to the channel. So what does 5 gifteds go for out here these days?
It'd be $25.
In the economy we're rolling with, that could be like $87.
Yeah, it could be. You never know. But you know, I got just because Iron Price did gift out some memberships, man. I got something for him.
For the thousands here in attendance tonight, and for the millions watching at home on TV,
Let's get ready to suck it!
Let's go. I got something for him, too. Watch this popping up at the bottom. Iron Price with the dono, baby. The $24.99 in the lead for the mystery gift. Hey, by the way, I've ordered the mystery gifts. I've ordered them. They're on their way, and they're kind of cool, actually. Like, I haven't seen them before, and I thought they were pretty cool. I've never really seen this gift, so I've ordered them. And so whoever wins mystery gifts is going to get those things when they come in. Appreciate you guys. Steve, we also got we got our jersey in. We got our Will Shields jersey in. Our
Will Shields, baby?
Will Shields that we're giving away on the Patreon, by the way.
You don't have that bad boy on here, do you?
I don't, but I've got the jersey right next to me. I'll just pull it out if you want.
Yeah. Go for it. It's what the people want to see.
Oh, here it is. It's coming in hot. It's coming in hot. We got Will Shields on the front. Ka-ching. Will Shields. And then, boom, Will Shields. All chiefed up. Will Shields. I can't really see what I'm doing, but here we go. There's the signature. Hall of Fame. All chiefed up. Certificate of authenticity right there for you guys. So check that out. $1 on the Patreon. Patreon.com/allchievedup. If you're a $1 member or more, you get entered in at the end of every month. So like July 1st, July 4th, holiday weekend, whatever day we're going to pick. And somebody's going to win that bad boy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I think it's pretty
Patreon.com/allchievedup. Just go become a member. It's literally $12 a year. That's insane.
Kane Wayne said, don't pull it out.
You did say you're about to pull it out. I got a little worried, so
I did.
I understand where he's coming from.
Look, sorry, I'm knocking over the computer and everything. You know, when you're eating Blue Chews all day, you're looking for a reason to pull it out. And there it was. I got it. Dude, it's a sweet jersey, by the way. The Will Shields is pretty sick, actually.
And he's a freaking legend, bro. Jonathan says, nice. My 9-year-old son sent Will a card, and he sent it back 10 days later signed. That's freaking awesome.
That's awesome. Will Shields is a good dude. If I'm not mistaken, it was one year. It wasn't camp or anything. But I feel like when we went to the well, no, you didn't even get to go. It was me and Pops when we went to the Cincinnati Bengals game where they beat us.
Yeah, that's a long time
when we were
ago.
like 12-0 or 10-0 or whatever. Will Shields was down on the field like signing autographs for people and stuff. He was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that was Will Shields. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I was at a game where Will Shields. We also went to a game one time where Brandon Flowers was signing stuff. Remember that? Brandon Flowers signed my hat, dude. I was so pumped. And then I'll be danged if it didn't start raining 20 minutes later and the host's signature just faded off the hat.
I remember that. It was a solid white Chiefs hat, wasn't it?
It was pretty sick. Yeah, it was a solid white Chiefs hat with Brandon Flowers autograph right on the bill.
Actually, I think we were at a Nissan. I think we were at a Titans game.
Yeah, I was at a Titans game.
Yeah. Good times. Long ago.
Long ago. Well, how you guys doing tonight? It's a Tuesday. It's kind of odd. We don't usually do lives on Tuesdays, right? So it's a little weird.
Right.
I get it. It's a little weird, but
we'll get
having
used
a good
to
time with it.
We'll get used to it. Matt Gage says my notification just popped up at 8:57.
I mean,
hey, at least you got one, I guess.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
That's what we say. Better late than never.
Let me check on this poll. Y'all voting on this poll? If you haven't, go vote on it.
The poll. Steve, I got some pictures from camp today. Chiefs released some pictures. If you want to take a look at them.
Let's look at them pics.
You want to see Reese Zammit, Bobby.
Lewis
Reese Zammit is actually, I think he's actually impressing a few people, right? Like, I know the Chiefs Kingdom's getting really horned over it, but for me and you, to a certain degree, we wasn't like super thrilled. You know, we thought it was kind of like just a random signing or something they did in the offseason.
Right.
But we've been very impressed with the way he's handled himself and the way he's approached it. And looks like Dave Tobe and them are actually finding ways to see what they can get out of him. So I still think it's a long way for him, though. But I'm not so sure he can't figure this out. Like, he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that, you know, it's like he's such a different type of like prospect of a player. You know what I mean? Because he doesn't know football. He's never played American football. So it's like you got to find what he's good at, how he can be valuable, and what would give him enough value to actually make the roster. Now, if you just put him out there as a running back or as a wide receiver and just try to get him to make the team, he's not making the team. But if you find things that he's valuable for, whether it be kicking, whether it be kick returning, different little things here and there. Is he going to be a gadget guy? Can he do some jet sweeps? I don't know. There's got to be different things he can do. We do know that the kid can fly. 24 miles an hour, I think, is what he was clocked in a rugby game. Over 20.
You're getting a ticket in a school zone there.
Yeah, man. He might get a double fine ticket.
Rashee Rice.
For going 24 and a 15.
Rashee Rice is going to be a little envious of that one. Envious.
No, but, we know he can fly, man, and he's got good vision. We know he's got good field vision just by watching his rugby stuff. But, there's a lot to learn for him, and I think it's cool that Dave Tobe and them are taking the time to find something that can make him valuable enough to make the 53-man roster.
100%. We've seen our boy Xavier Worthy finally getting on the field today.
That's not Xavier Worthy, is it?
That's Hollywood.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm just saying, I think Xavier Worthy got to go out there.
Yeah.
Hollywood was making plays. We already seen some Hollywood. We already seen his deep ball. Mahomes doing Mahomes stuff. Mahomes' helmet, dude. Is it just me or does that thing get taller every season?
Man, it's his hair's getting a little longer, I think. I think he's got a little longer hair right now.
The Mahomes hair.
I like it.
What an excellent camera, though, by the way. These guys are using. What a camera. Then we also see the defense a little bit. Defense gets some love. Nick Bolton, Drew Tranquil over here looking good.
Linebackers, baby.
Both of them with a green dot out there. I love it, dude. I think Drew Tranquil was such a great signing coming back this year, in my opinion. Love the Drew Tranquil signing. Loved it last year, but I think this year, after being in the Spags defense for a single season, dude, he's going to be even better. And I was actually looking up a lot of Nick Bolton stuff today too. I was looking at a lot of our players versus AFC West. I don't know what got in my.
You just looking around.
Yeah, I don't know why I was doing it, but I was looking through players, and I actually pulled out Nick Bolton because I know everybody. He's kind of there's a lot of Nick Bolton haters out there. Nick Bolton versus the AFC West only. 15 games, 73 solo tackles, 52 assisted tackles on top of that, 2 picks, and a fumble recovery. The only thing he don't have is a sack, which Nick Bolton don't really rush after the quarterback a hell of a lot, right?
No. Man, Nick Bolton's just a beast.
Yeah. You think? He's looking at almost...
he's just that guy.
Yeah, he's got about 125, 130 tackles, total tackles.
Didn't he lead the league in tackles the year before last? Or he was pretty close.
He was up there, man. But
yeah.
In 15 games versus just the AFC West, he's got that. So I like Nick Bolton, man. I really do. I think he takes a lot of unnecessary hate. Is he the most fast? Is he the most dynamic? No. But, come on. He does what he has to do.
I love him, dude. I absolutely love Nick Bolton. I think that was a great pick. It was cool because during that draft process, a lot of people thought Nick Bolton was going to be a first rounder, and then he started to fall a little bit in mock drafts and stuff because he wasn't the greatest athlete in the world and all that. Or They thought he was too small. Is that what it was? He was undersized.
Undersized, a little slow. He didn't test the greatest.
Right, but who was, I can't remember the other guy's name. There was one other linebacker they kept putting above him. Something Collins maybe. Can't remember his name.
Zaven Collins?
Might have been.
Out of Tulane, I believe it was.
Yeah, there was one guy they kept putting above him, but it was cool because either way, we had graded him as maybe, he was right there at the top of the linebackers, and we got him in the second round. And dude, he's just been a beast ever since. And Spags loves him. He runs that defense excellent when he's out there, man. But it's very, very nice to have somebody like Drew Tranquil there just in case. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's going to be on the field at the same time, but if Nick Bolton does have any kind of injuries like he had last year, you don't have to worry about it. Drew Tranquil is going to run things.
You know what a fun exercise is to do? Is to go back, because we've now watched Nick Bolton now 2 full years. Or is it his third year? Will this be his 4th year or his 3rd year?
This will be his 4th year, I believe.
Dude, time flies. Time flies. Can't even keep up. But
That's crazy, dude.
We've seen Nick Bolton now for just a few years. Yeah, he was drafted in 2021, so we got to see the 2021 season, 2022, and 2023 season. So he's going into year 3, I think. No, year 4. He's going into year 4.
Yeah, year 4.
I'm looking at his scouting report from Lance Zierlein because why not? This is great stuff. Listen to what he says as an overview and see if this sticks with what we know of Nick Bolton. Just to get a view of, is Nick Zierlein worth a crap when it comes to evaluating? He says, when you think about strong, Lance, when you think about strong, forceful inside linebackers, Nick Bolton is the type of player you might be envisioning. He's going to fall below typical NFL starter standards from a size standpoint, but his rugged frame and forceful demeanor help make up for it. Play recognition and pursuit instincts help him carry to the football, and he's a message sender striker when he gets the runner squared up. Dude, that is spot on Nick Bolton.
Well, he's Derrick Henry's daddy. We know that. Mike, we got a 10 bomb from our boy Greg. He says, I'm all horned up for my special prize and autograph. Yeah. So we're going to, Greg wants an autograph poster when we send out his prize too. So.
Okay. I got to get some poster tubes to send out, unless you don't mind that your poster is going to have a big bin mark in it. So let's try. I think
he'd prefer the tube.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get some more tubes ordered. Those tubes are hard to come by. I got to go to Amazon and snag some, I think.
Just go steal them all, Mike. Just take all of them. Appreciate the 10, Greg.
Appreciate you, Greg.
Mike, KY said she's still waiting on her tumbler. That thing get shipped out?
It has got printed up. It hasn't got to go to the post office. It should be going out like this week. Yeah. My post office in my town, by the way, guys, just so you know, it only functions from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. 2.5 hours a day.
That's so weird, dude.
If I don't hit that 2.5 hour window, I have to wait 24 hours and then try to hit that window again. And we have been so much like busy trying to do content, different things like that. I've not had a ton of time, but it is ready to go. It's packaged. It's ready to be shipped out. I'll make a note to myself and I'll get it up there for you tomorrow. I'll get it out tomorrow.
You do that. You do that, Mike.
Greg, everybody else that's won something, all your prizes are actually shipping to me now. So once I get those will go out. But yes, I do have the tumbler, and it will go out. I'll try to get it out today or tomorrow or Thursday, before the week's over, 100%.
Right. Dan the Man says, I don't think they can afford him, although he is Spag's favorite. A lot of people think that Nick Bolton could be the guy that they don't pay. But I don't know, man. I feel like he's in a position to where I don't think Nick Bolton's going to be trying to break the bank. And I think he would definitely work with the team on a good deal. So, I mean, I think they can make it happen for sure.
Hit Stick Nick is a guy that you just want on the team, right? Like you just want him on your defense. If I'm a defensive coach, and I say this from a fan perspective, I don't know how anybody that's watched Nick Bolton play when he's healthy 100% and what he offers, I don't know how anybody can look at that and be like, don't like it. We should go out and get something better. It's weird to me.
It's wild, bro.
Like, I don't know what you're actually watching. Does he do everything perfectly? No. But you can't have the prototypical player at every single spot. You know what I'm saying? And this dude's still playing on a rookie contract, still playing for good money. Is he going to have to be paid? Yeah, he's going to want to get paid. I don't know what he's going to want. But to be honest, I think they try to make it work. I really do.
Yeah. Mike, Melissa says she figured out why you changed the lighting. You have your mesh cap on again. You're covering up that chrome dome.
Well, no. Actually, I changed my lighting because my other light's in front of me and my monitor's in front of me, so it halves my face. So I'm trying to throw it to the left of me, but it's just kind of not bright enough, I don't think.
Mike ain't got the chrome dome like me, though. Mike's got luscious locks.
I've actually got long hair. It'll come down to here if I let it out. You can see the
Don't let it out, Mike. Keep talking about letting it out. Don't let it out.
Yeah, it's long. I had it down before we went on, and I was like, Steve, should I go on with the long locks? I've got the Jesus curls out here.
I was cracking up. I'm like, do it, and I'll be bald, and you'll just have the long hair. It'll be great. K. Wayne says, don't pull the tube out, brother.
Let me make a note of that, K. Wayne. Don't pull the tube out, baby. I love the giant pencil. I love the coping pen. I'm going to have to pull that out on the haters pretty soon here. The coping pencil.
Jonathan says, I met Nick. Nice guy. Will want market value. I don't see him not wanting to be a Chief. That's where I'm at with it, Jonathan. I think He seems like to me, I've said it before, but he seems like a long-time Chief. Like just one of those guys that's like just I guess as a whole, like if you look at it from an NFL perspective, he's not like super flashy, like people don't talk about him all the time, but he's like just a solid ass player for the Chiefs, like Derek Johnson was. And when last time I said that, somebody's like, he doesn't play anything like him. I'm not saying they're comparable the way they play. I'm just saying I think he could be that type of guy that's just a steady, solid Chiefs player for a long time. I like Nick Bolton. I think that's what he could end up being, you know?
I think all the coaches, like I said, I think all the coaches really like him. He's got a good attitude. He doesn't get in trouble. He's really big with his family. He took care of his sister, I think. I think the story, he had a really good story coming out of the draft. Of course, he went to Mizzou, too, so he's been in Missouri forever. Like, he's basically a hometown guy. I don't even know where he's from, but I'm pretty sure it might be from there, actually.
Did I get y'all's names mixed up? I think when I was talking about Nikki, I said KY in there. They're making fun of me.
And
I was looking at the comments, and I'm old, okay?
Yeah, because when you said that, you're like, did you get that KY's Tumblr sent out? At first, I had to put it together. It was Nikki because I was like,
yeah.
I didn't win a Tumblr. Like,
sorry about that.
I thought maybe I just blacked out. My
bad.
Maybe the Blue Chew caused me to pass out. All the blood run to the nether regions. Who knows?
No, I'm just old, and all these comments went together, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, it happens. It happens, bro.
Robert says Nick Bolton is a beast. The haters could suck it. That's right.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody asked in the chat if we've heard anything about Rashee Rice. An update, Steve. There's been nothing, correct?
No, I've not heard anything.
Yeah,
I think it's just a wait and see kind of thing. Well, nothing crazy. The only kind of Rashee Rice news I have is the fact that he's actually put in some work. Like he's been working a lot on his game. So,
dude, he posted a video where he was wringing out sweat out of his shirt and it was just dripping. Like it looks like me when I get out of the pool and I'm like,
like honestly, like if he could get past this stuff and keep his head on straight, like I think he's going to continue to get better. And we all know he had a hell of a rookie season, so. He's been putting in the work, man. I think Hollywood's kind of took him under his wing a little bit, which is cool. So I'm excited to see what Rashee can do this season,
Yeah, 100%. Nikki says she wants to see that long hair. I don't know if you
luscious
do.
locks.
But one of these days I may pull it out.
One of these days. Appreciate you guys being here with us on a Tuesday night. Make sure to hit that like button for us if you haven't already. It just takes a second. It'll help us get out to more people. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers as soon as possible. We're working our way up there. We're almost to 29K. We're getting right at it. So,
dude, we are literally at 28. I think it's 28.7 today.
Close
it's
to it.
Up there, dude. I was amazed. I was like, ACU out here putting in the work, doing the Lord's work for
the crew.
All Chiefed Up, the crew, putting it in for us. Let me get the exact number. It's 28,648. So I thought it was 748. It's 648. So we're almost at 28.7. Dude, I didn't think that we were going to hit 30K, but
Mike, they said stop saying you're going to pull it out. They're tired of this pulling it out stuff.
Hey, hold up. I got something for you.
What are you doing?
Well, what if I do pull it out? What are you going to do? Are you going to turn off the stream, or are you just going to look at it if I pull it out? Are you just going to look at it? I would turn off the stream.
I think YouTube will shut off the stream permanently.
No. We'll hit up TikTok. You can do whatever you want over there, baby.
Nah, they're getting shut down.
It's wild, baby. Why are you shutting down TikTok for? If you shut down TikTok, I'm going to have nothing to scroll before I go to sleep at night.
Yeah, what are they thinking?
I see so many fun things over there, like dogs eating, sandwiches, people dancing. It's a good time. Why do you want to shut it down?
Why do you want to shut it down, man? No, but I'm excited for the Chiefs to get back to that old offense where we were excited to watch it, because there were times this season where it was almost painful to watch our offense, and that was so weird. Like with the Andy Reid offense, with Mahomes and Kelsey and, all the bells and whistles, I know our receiver sucked, but at the same time, it was just like, it was painful to watch our offense just be so stagnant and bad sometimes. It was, confusing, annoying, a lot of different things. I think we can breathe a little easier this year. I think our offense should be a little more explosive, right?
Yeah, don't say explosive right about now. KY says, you'll just shame me.
Dang.
Daggone.
What if you look like Chris Jones in here? You don't know. Then what?
Chris Jones. Dude, the internet's fun. People would shame Chris Jones. Like,
They
it's
probably
funny.
would.
Dude, I think it's yeah, I'm with you. This offense is going to be so much more fun to watch this year, I believe. And I do think you're going to see it just right off the rip. I think they're going to be synced up. And if I'm wrong about it, I've been wrong about crap before. But I think they're going to look good from day one. And I think you're going to see a lot of those teams try to get into that cover 2 shell very quickly. But I'm hoping, cover 2 shell or not, you get people like Rashee Rice playing at a high level. You get Kelsey back at his high level, which, by the way, he barely had a drop-off. You get Noah Gray more involved. You're getting Jared Wiley more involved. Xavier Worthy. I don't think the shell's even going to be able to stop anything at this point.
Man, yeah, no. And Mahomes knows how to beat that. Like, he won a Super Bowl the season that they really, like, hammered down on that. Like, every team was playing that defense because they thought, oh, the Bengals did it, and Mahomes had an epic collapse in the second half of the AFC Championship, a couple years back. So everyone started doing it the year after that, and guess what Mahomes did? I'll adapt, and we'll win the Super Bowl anyway. So, I mean, Mahomes has seen a lot of different things so far. I mean, it's funny.
Let's be honest, Mahomes threw that game.
So, man, it looked like it, didn't it?
That was the worst performance. Like, in the first half, he looked like Superman. And you're telling me that just because they back up a few yards with their safeties, he instantly doesn't even know how to. He can't even hang on to a football anymore.
I know a lot of people don't agree with the take, but Eric Bieniemy ruined that game by acting like a fool.
That play, the Tyreek Hill play before the end of the half, I think the Chiefs just should have kicked the field goal there and went on.
Well, I think making a scene about it and then getting the whole team worked up at halftime and just killed the morale of the entire team at the wrong freaking time. You were in the AFC Championship game. Just shut up.
Yeah, we didn't need
yeah, that was so stupid.
There was no need for some kind of
There's a time to be Mr. Hard-Ass and all that. I get it. But there's also a time just to shut up. And that was it.
Yeah,
and
100%.
it was just, absolutely.
Ray says, do you guys think Tyreek Hill should get paid higher than Justin Jefferson? We were actually wanting to talk about that tonight. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, what did he say, Steve? I actually have the article, but I don't have it loaded up. He said something about
he's ridiculous.
He don't want to be greedy because it doesn't help the team.
Yeah, being greedy doesn't help the team. That's really something for Tyreek Hill to say. He left a team that's in the middle of a dynasty because he's greedy. I mean, think about that. That's exactly what happened.
Right, because, look, we had a big contract on the table. It wasn't like they were throwing him scraps. So
it's insane. Like up to $25 million a year, I think is what they'd offered him. And he said no.
100%, dude. Yeah,
look, be greedy. Appreciate the kind words, Robert.
He's not. Look, Tyreek wants to be the. Yeah, appreciate you, Robert. Tyreek Hill wants to be the center of attention. And look, all these receivers are coming up and getting paid. Who's next? Jamar Chase, somebody like that. And then there's going to be somebody else. At some point, they're going to have to hit the max, and the receiver is going to start dwindling again. They cannot afford to pay receivers as much as quarterbacks. You can't do it.
It doesn't matter. Like, I think we're seeing that it doesn't matter. The Chiefs had arguably the worst wide receiver room in the entire freaking NFL last year and won the Super Bowl. So why are we out paying people, just breaking the entire franchise to pay one receiver when obviously it doesn't matter that much? I mean, let's be serious here. Zoe, first time watching or catching a live, but watch every video.
Zoe.
KC for life coming from Alabama. Let's go, baby. We need like a cool thing for like long time watcher, first time commenter, like a little like something. I don't know what. We need a sound for that.
Holding it down in Alabama. How's Alabama doing right now? Man, I went through Alabama one time. I love Alabama. You know where I want to go? One time. I wanted to go to Gulf Shores. Isn't that Alabama? Gulf Shores, Alabama. That's where I want to go. And Pops keeps telling me he knows somebody down there with like a beach house. And that he works with them and he'll let us have it for a week. Never.
It's
Never.
Not there.
One time. It's not there. It floated away. I don't think it was ever there.
No, it wasn't ever there because that was Panama City.
No.
or Fort Walton or something like that. It was
No.
was definitely in Florida and not in Alabama.
It was in Alabama.
No, it wasn't.
100% Alabama. If Pops was in here
Mike,
right now, he'd settle
Mike,
this
look,
debate.
hey, look, hold on. How do I do this? Here, shake my hand. We're gonna bet $10 on this. Ready?
Let me flip it.
Okay, come on this way. $10. You owe me 10.
$10.
Well, that's
Gulf
Pops.
Shores, Alabama. Is it Gulf Shores, Alabama? I'm almost positive it is.
Yes, Mike, it is, but that's not where that was at.
No, 100%. Where's Pop? It is Gulf Shores. Pop's got to get on here tonight. Get me $10.
We have a little gentleman's bet going. Ethan says, worthy possible Tyreek Hill's replacement. I think that's the thing. I think the Chiefs somewhat have looked like they've been trying to find a Tyreek Hill replacement since they let Tyreek Hill go. But you can't replace Tyreek Hill.
Steve, I hope to God Xavier Worthy's the replacement because I'm tired of him looking.
Well, that's the thing. He's not. He's not gonna be. You're not gonna.
Just
you're
let
not
it
gonna
happen.
find another Tyreek Hill. You can keep, making bad decisions like drafting people like McCole Hardman, or Sky Moore or whoever it might be because you think you're gonna find somebody that's close, but you're just not. So
Yeah.
give it up, man.
Adam, right on the comment, he says,
go.
"Five bomb. This poll has given me bad flashbacks. We could have had DK or George Pickens instead of Moore and Hardman."
Yeah, man. I advocated for both of those and got slapped in the face.
Yeah.
I think sometimes.
Yeah, look, hindsight's always 2020. I understand.
You think we can get? Do you think we can if we could get ACU crew together with full force and try to arrange like a pizza lunch with Brett Veach and all chiefed up, so we can just shoot the
Maybe
shit
we
a
can
little.
get Brett Veach to come to Chew with the Crew, part 2.
Look, just come here.
Is that what we should call it this year?
We need
Chew with the
it.
Crew
No, it
part
needs
2.
to be more private. It needs to be a private conversation where we can really talk about this stuff and we can be like, look, man, you're the best GM we've ever seen.
Act like it.
But
Win.
listen here. We're pretty good when we
Well, did
start
you
talking about
see-
wide receivers.
Did you see where it come out that the Patriots were possibly trying to jump back up in round 1 and draft Xavier Worthy, and that's why the Chiefs had to jump to Buffalo and give up the extra draft capital?
Who did the Patriots end up drafting?
They ended
Javon
up-
Baker? Yeah, it was
Maybe,
Javon
but they
Baker.
took Jalen Polk in round 2, I think.
Did they took Polk and Baker?
They took Polk, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Yeah, because he had actually just posted on
I'm gonna go
Twitter
look.
about how he thought he was ready to win some rings and stuff. And I was like, well, did you get traded to the Chiefs, baby? Like, what happened? Because you ain't going to do that up there in New England.
Is that really where he went? It sure is. So they drafted Polk and Javon Baker. So yeah, maybe they were after an early receiver.
They were.
But they did what a lot of Chiefs fans thought the Chiefs might do and opt to wait a little bit later for a receiver and just grab a couple in a deep receiver class. But that's not what the Chiefs did.
That's what we thought they were going to do.
They went
kinda
the
thinking
opposite.
didn't we think that maybe round 2 we could have been looking at somebody like a Javon Baker, maybe round 3? But we
Yeah.
also said Jalen Polk, and then we thought maybe doubling up in the late rounds with the kid from Oregon State. I forget his name off the top of my head right now. I'm trying to purge all the draft out of
Talk
my
about
head.
Troy Franklin.
No. Oregon State.
The
return
you're talking
guy.
about Anthony Gold.
Anthony Gold. Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa says slip him the horned juice. So we'll slip him a little bit of a horned up special, and then we'll talk to him about receivers.
I don't know if we want to see Brett Veach walking around horned. He's wild, dude. He may start picking fights.
He might. He kind of walks around with his chest puffed
He
out.
does.
You know?
He puffs out. He's like, remember Haley was telling us that. She said he's pretty full.
Mike,
of
we've
himself.
seen it. We've seen it.
That's
in person.
true. We've seen it.
Yeah, he does. He walks. Is it a touch of little man syndrome?
It is, but I just think he's got swagger, dude. Look,
Yeah.
Brett Veach, he's dangling. He carries those balls in a wheelbarrow, dude. This dude's putting together teams. Look, Brett Veach said, wide receiver be damned. We ain't even going to have one on this team. Then he said, we need an offensive line. I'll just bring in everybody I can find. We need a secondary. Let's go draft 47 of them. Turn them all into
Yeah.
Pro Bowlers.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Good to see you, buddy. He says finding another Tyreek would be like finding another Kelsey or Jerry Rice. That's exactly it. You're not going to find another Tyreek Hill. He's that generational talent that you're just not going to be able to duplicate just like that. It's not happening.
Who would have
So
thought?
they got to give it
right?
up.
When you drafted Tyreek Hill, did anybody look at Tyreek Hill and be like, that's going to be a generational talent right there?
No, I think people knew that he might be something special because of his athletic ability and his speed. And I think that's why Dorsey jumped all over it too. But it's like,
Hey, we know
I don't know if anybody thought that it was going to pan out the way it did. Let's just say that.
if anything happened, if we ever needed a kicker in a crunch time, he was good.
Tyreek?
Wait, was he the kick guy?
Did you get him confused with Kareem Hunt?
Well, what did Tyreek do?
He punched an old man in the face. He beat up his pregnant girlfriend, and he
So
broke.
if
He
so
broke
if we needed
some.
an enforcer. If we
He
needed
also
an enforcer, we
he
had
also
him.
broke a plus size model's leg recently.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
You know, he's done some things, but he
I could
hasn't.
have swore he was in on the kick thing too. I know
No.
Kareem Hunt did it, but
That
I
was
thought he did it too. I thought that was the accusation. Maybe it wasn't.
No, it's Kareem Hunt.
But it was something in public or something, wasn't it? Like at a shop or something? Like at a restaurant or something? I thought they had surveillance of it. It was really weird. It was when he was at OK State, I believe.
No, Mike, you're thinking about Joe Mixon punching a
Not.
woman.
Joe Mixon sucks, dude.
There was nothing like video of Tyreek except for punching the old man at the boat dock.
For some reason, I just felt like there was video of that.
You're just trying to throw more things on Tyreek.
Well,
Yeah, calm down.
you
Covington's
get-
Ghost says, do you guys think there are any sleeper AFC teams that could win a few games and get some of that mid-season hype? Absolutely. So here's the thing. If the Bengals don't completely implode, that people are instantly going to talk about them being like, oh, they're going to take the Chiefs down this year, right? But they're in a pickle because I don't think that T. Higgins is going to play for them. And I think that Jamar Chase is wanting Justin Jefferson money, so they're not going to know what to do with him. They got a problem. They did have a fairly decent draft, and I like Charlie Jones, the receiver they drafted last year, but they got some work to do. I guess who could it be? I think like if the Chargers were to be able to win a few games early or be hot early, I think people could jump on that bandwagon because of Harbaugh and because of the receivers, the young receivers, the Quentin Johnston, the Lad McConkey. I think they could be like, oh, they're going to win the AFC West. You know how they do. They're probably already saying that.
Yeah, probably. I think the Bengals, I think their window's like closing. It's rapidly closing, in my opinion. I just can't. Can we talk about C.J. Stroud? Can we talk a little bit about C.J. Stroud?
Yeah.
So I released a short today because, there's no Chief news. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to release a short about C.J. Stroud. He said Patrick Mahomes was the best quarterback in 2023. That's Chief related.
Obviously.
And so number 2 on his list, Steve, was who was it?
Lamar.
Lamar. And then he put himself at number 3, conceded much. Okay.
No,
number 4.
because I think those top 3, I think that's who you have to say out of 2023.
Okay. Number 4, he gave
Completely
it to
agree.
Dak Prescott. What?
What do you mean?
That one
what?
was wild to me.
That's not wild to me. I think if you go stat wise,
Shut up.
It's
Dak
not.
Prescott stinks.
Mike, if you go stat wise last year, Dak Prescott was like one of the best in the league.
I don't care about stats.
I'm sorry. It just is what it is.
I want somebody that wins games.
They did. They just can't win the big games.
Okay, so give me somebody
But
that
no,
can win one.
like seriously, keep going. Everybody was just mad because he didn't say Josh Allen. Now, I will say this. Jalen Hurts was not one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league last year. But we know from experience, Mike, because we had a short from back before, right after he got drafted, where he had Jalen Hurts as the best quarterback in the NFL. Like, he just has a thing for Jalen Hurts. I think he's a fan. But he definitely should have been on that
He was
list.
also on a Philly. I think the guy asking him a question was a Philly fan. It was a Philly-based
I think
podcast.
so too. He was
But
pandering
look,
a little bit.
Man, I don't know. I still can't force myself to put Dak Prescott in a top 5 list.
Of last season?
And I'm not putting Jalen Hurts in either.
I think I wouldn't want to put Dak
Dude,
Prescott
Josh
in
Allen
there,
probably has
but
to go on that board in the top 5. Joe Burrow didn't play. He's not getting on there. But who would be the other one for me? I would think.
Well, here, let's just look at this. So last season, let me make sure I got the right year. Yeah, 2024.
It'd be 2023.
Yeah, 2023, 2024. Tua led the league in passing yards, right? 46-24.
Yeah.
Then Jared Goff, then Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Then Josh Allen, Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes. Okay, C.J. Stroud. Jordan Love actually had more than C.J. Stroud last year. That's wild.
I was getting ready to say Jordan Love may have been on that list.
Not on the top 5.
He had a
But,
QB rating of a 96, I think, last year.
But the thing about it
which
is,
pretty high.
Mr. MVP himself, the most they overinflated what Lamar did last year. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't think Lamar was.
He threw for 1,000 less yards than Tua Tagovailoa. That's insane.
Yeah, but he runs, and that's all they think. It's a running back award, right?
It's not, though. It's
Shouldn't
always
be.
a QB thing. But, like, I think if you don't want to put Dak in the top, that's fine. But here's Dak's stat line from last year, Mike. 4,516 yards. Let's see. He had a completion percentage of 69.5 with 36 touchdowns and 9 interceptions with a 106 QB rating. So he had a higher QB rating than everybody in the entire freaking league last year. So I think it's perfectly fine to say he was a top 5 quarterback of last season. And, I'm the first one that'll jump on and pile on the Cowboys and Dak Prescott and stuff because I work with a guy that loves the Cowboys and we like to give him crap.
If you're going by purely numbers, though,
But-
if you're going by purely numbers, then he's better than Mahomes. Put him at number 1. Mahomes only had 4,100 yards. And I think Mahomes was
that's
like
the thing. If you're asking,
14.
it's how you present it, and the way it was presented was of 2023. If you ask me right now who's the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, I would never say Dak Prescott, not in a million years. But if you ask me who the top 5 quarterbacks of 2023 were, I think you can argue that Dak could make the top 5.
Okay, I could say that, but here's who I would have said. I would have said Patrick Mahomes. I don't even think I'd have put C.J. Stroud on there, to be honest. Like, it was good for a rookie.
It was a big
whatever.
rookie season, right? Yeah.
Right, but I don't know if I put him on there. To be honest, I think I would go Mahomes.
You have to go Purdy, man. I think you have to
I'm
put Purdy on the list.
I think Purdy probably goes on that list. I think he was like 31 touchdowns and 11 picks or something. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm probably putting Josh Allen on there. I think he had 29 touchdowns, but he had a lot of picks, if I remember right. I want to say
hey, you know what? I was talking about Dak Prescott having the highest rating, but I don't think he did. It was Purdy. He had 113 QB rating.
Right. Yeah, see, pretty good. But look, I think Tua has to get on that list. He leads at 4,600 yards, 29 touchdowns. I think he had like 13, 14 picks. And I know he had to have a QB rating of over 100. Dude, Tua done
101.
pretty well last year. So, I mean, what about Jared Goff? He had a monster year. He led Detroit to the freaking playoffs.
Yeah, you could definitely argue that a bunch of different ways. I think obviously Patty's on the list.
I think Jalen Hurts shouldn't have been on the freaking list.
Absolutely not. He's not even close.
Yeah, he stunk. And Lamar shouldn't have been on the list either. I don't care if you give him the MVP or not. He wasn't
I 100% agree with that too. they overinflated what he did last year.
Those two should have been on the list.
But Jalen Hurts also, he only threw for about 100 yards more than Lamar. So they're typically the same player. They're basically a running back that plays quarterback.
Dude, look, Mahomes is always the best quarterback, right? He's just the best quarterback in the league. He's the greatest. Like 100%.
The greatest.
The greatest.
Of all
But
time.
look, there were times last year, and look, I know that the offense wasn't humming. His receivers stunk. He didn't have anybody. But there were times last year that Mahomes had some bad games. The Christmas game, the flu game, the Jets game. There were tons of games that he stunk. So we didn't even see the best Patrick Mahomes we could see. Glad that he figured it out in the playoffs, right? But that's why you put Mahomes there, because Mahomes is him. So he's got to go in the top 5. But I would say stat-wise, he probably isn't even top 5 last year. But I think you have to go. Honestly, I think you got to go Mahomes. You have to go Tua. You have to go Jared Goff. You have to go Brock Purdy. And then I'll let you fight Dak Prescott for.
I mean, I'm not saying I would, but I'm saying that you can
Dak
argue
or
it.
Josh Allen
But this
would.
is a sentiment that I completely agree with. K. Wayne and Chief Kelsey said this back to back. But Dak Prescott is a guy that will pad his stats. The Cowboys are a
Yes.
team that will beat the living hell out of bad football teams, but
Yeah.
will not be a good football team. Like when that's like I even made that comparison last year when we were talking about the Chiefs, where I was like, the Chiefs literally will play down to every opponent. They can play a much inferior team, and they will make it a close game. And I was talking about as the opposite, like the Dallas Cowboys, they beat the hell out of bad teams. Like they'll blow them out. But they
hey.
can't win any games against good teams.
Look, I agree with K. Wayne. I agree with Chief Kelsey to a certain degree, but I'm going to debunk that really quick. Dak Prescott had 590 pass attempts last year. That was 7 less than Patrick Mahomes. 7 less. Patrick Mahomes threw the ball 597 times. So whether he was padding it in the fourth quarter or not, he threw the ball 7 times less. He did complete 410 to Mahomes' 401. So he completed 9 more passes, threw 7 less, and he had almost 400 extra yards, and he had
Can I debunk
9 more touchdowns.
Can I debunk what you're saying real quick?
Debunk all you want.
He had CD Lamb. Imagine if Patrick Mahomes had CD
Yeah,
Lamb.
100%. I get
You know what I'm
that. But
saying?
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
say that you can't just say that, well, he just threw
Yeah,
the ball
no.
an ungodly amount. Well,
No, but
he
they
didn't.
do pile. They do pile. They are a team that piles on to bad teams.
Do you
They
know who threw the
They
ball
do.
the most out of anybody last year? I'll give you one guess.
Dude, probably it'd have to be either Jared Goff or maybe Josh Allen.
Jared Goff was 2.
Uh,
Josh Allen was 5. Number 1 was Sam Howell. Eric Bieniemy, Steve. Come on.
that makes sense, though. I mean, Sam Howell was actually leading the league for a long time in yardage, and then kind of fell off at the end of the year, if you remember that.
Yeah. Dude, I think, honestly, a lot of quarterbacks had good seasons last year.
They did. They
Dude,
really did.
I really do. I think Jordan Love had one. I think Baker Mayfield had a good season last year.
Baker did. Got 2 bomb from Enrique. What's up, my man?
Enrique.
Enrique is just consistent as hell. Like, as sure as the sun will come up, Enrique going to be around supporting on the live stream.
He's chiefed up. He's horned up. He's all of the above.
Let's go, baby. Appreciate you, my man. Yeah, so this is funny. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We got a
Jennifer.
two-bomb.
Jennifer, what's up?
Two-bomb, baby. From Jennifer.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
Good to see
Jennifer.
you.
She says everybody hit the thumbs up for us.
Do it.
100% do it.
Yeah, real quick though, I appreciate you, Jennifer. By the way, hope you're doing good. Bam had this. You're talking about Tua. He said, "Did you see Tua without the beard?" I have not, but someone mentioned that to me earlier today. They were like,
Yeah.
Have you seen Tua? He has no beard, and apparently he's
got
trimmed
skinny,
up,
dude.
Yeah, he trimmed up a lot, and they were like, he looks so weird. You got to find a picture so I can see it.
Tyreek Hill even said he didn't even know about him. He said he ain't fat no more.
Shut up.
I
He
swear
did
he
not.
said my quarterback ain't fat no more. It's really making me he's just wild, dude. Tyreek, I'm gonna find his exact
Yeah.
quote. Here, I'll bring 2 in
Mike,
for you.
Mike, sing this on make a song of Cole's comment.
Going live on a Tuesday. Going live on a Tuesday. Cool.
I like it.
Live on Tuesday.
What's up,
Yeah,
my man?
we're gonna go live on Tuesdays, like you care to know. But we're gonna start doing live on Tuesdays rather than Saturdays during the off season.
Well,
because
we
Saturdays,
switched
people's-
Tuesday, Thursday, probably be our 2 streams.
Yeah, we're gonna switch it up during the off season just because it's summertime. People are doing summertime.
Summertime. That's my favorite part of that movie.
people
Was
are
that
doing
Grown
fun
Ups
stuff.
2? Is that what that was?
Yeah,
Grown Ups 2.
When
That was
they're
my
at the
favorite
lake.
part. It was David Spade's son. Summertime. I don't know why it was great, but it was.
Dude, yeah, that was it was just funny. Like he's on the lake floating. He's like, summertime. Hold up. I got Tua for you. This is your first. We're going to see Steve's first reaction to skinny Tua. Here we go.
He don't look that skinny to me. He looks weird. But then again, I think when people shave their beards, they automatically look like a fat baby.
Yeah, you got to get that fat baby over. Once you get the fat baby face out.
So you're trying to tell me that he lost weight, but you're also showing me a picture where he looks like he could be the long lost brother of
Dude.
Kingsley Suamataia.
Yeah, and what's so funny? If you
And
look
I'm
at
not just
pictures-
saying that. I'm not saying all Polynesian people look alike.
Look,
That's not what I'm
Steve.
saying.
You got to get over that. All your Polynesian hate. This is ridiculous.
My
what
bad.
You would say right now. Dude, if you find pictures of him from last year, he wasn't like the most overly chubby dude you've ever seen in your life.
I never thought he was.
The way people come at like Mahomes for the dad bod and Tua, it's like, are you guys insane? Like, he's not that out of shape. Dude, if he's out of shape, how bad is the average everyday American?
Let's not talk about it.
We need to talk about it.
We're sloppy, obese people.
Yeah, we are. I can't even look. If there's anything I hate more in life, anything I hate in life, you know, some people would say, you know, world hunger, hate. Well, what do you hate the most? You know what I hate the most? When I'm going to get a frickin' image off Google and I run into a WebP file. That's what I hate the frickin' most. WebP.
Yeah, what is that?
They won't upload on anything, bro.
Yeah, why did that start happening all of a sudden? I'm not a fan.
Suck it, WebP. Cole, are you still in here? Your wife does something with the internet. What in the world's a WebP? Do you guys know what that is?
Mike, we got a freaking 10 bomb from Damo.
Damo,
He says,
let's go, baby.
He says, can I get a suck it for the 3-peat? Well, let me see here. What do we got?
Suck it, suck it. We got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Let's go.
Suck it. Hey, Damo, appreciate the 10 bomb, baby.
Heck yeah, man. Y'all put some legendaries for the chat and for
Legendary.
everybody. Legend freaking
Having a
dairy.
good time tonight with the people. A good time tonight.
Nice little conversations.
Appreciate you, Damo. 10 bomb. We also got Covington's Ghost. Says smash that like button and subscribe. Question mark and subscribe. Of course you. Hey, and subscribe.
What was it? I am
tell
Ron
them about it.
Burgundy.
Smash the like button and subscribe. Of course you subscribe. What else would you do? Hit the subscribe button. Smash it till your finger bleeds. Trying to get to 30K, baby. Once we hit 30K,
sure.
you know what I'm going to do?
What? What are you
I'm
going to
going
do,
to quit.
Mike? Just going to quit.
I'm going to quit.
Just
I've reached
done.
a pinnacle of life.
Mike, we got a 5 bomb from Flip. What's up, Flip? He says
Yo.
Tua looks like he's training to get in shape to be more of a pocket passer with a little tongue-in-cheeky, I think he's saying here. I don't know, man. So I don't know why Tua is doing this. I think maybe he's having a midlife crisis. But how old is Tua, though? He's only like, what, 26?
Didn't Tua just get paid?
No, they've got to pay him.
Oh, they're getting ready to
But
do
you got
it, right?
you got Tyreek Hill out there trying to take all of his money because he's stingy.
Oh, here's Tyreek. You ready for Tyreek's quote?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It says, for context, Tua's weight is listed at 227 pounds on the Dolphins website, 6'1". He claims he's lost 25 pounds this offseason, and Tyreek Hill says he's unrecognizable. Quote, Tyreek Hill, what I'm seeing out of Tua, man, I ain't going to lie. I saw Tua at the Pro Bowl. I was kind of scared. He was fat as shit. Tyreek Hill said, wait a second, it gets better.
He did not.
Yeah, he did. He said how skinny he got. What's that stuff everybody's taking? Ozempic? Had to be taking that.
Oh, my God, bro.
He accused his quarterback of taking Ozempic, bro.
Tyreek's a lunatic. You know it?
Tyreek's lost his mind, man.
He is out of his mind.
He's lost. Look, he's out of his gourd.
Off his rocker, baby. We got a 2 bomb from Sam Lofton. He says, it's El Tuador.
Tuador.
Because I'm back from the pit. He's back from the pit. Stay out of the pit, Sam.
Sam, when you're in the pit, you weren't in the pit, were you?
I don't know. To the pit. Who knows? I think I read this earlier and I was going to say something, but I completely forgot and it just now popped back up in my head. But Kay Wayne said he accidentally timed himself out earlier. He put himself in timeout. I don't know, I guess.
That's funny. Kay Wayne's probably just trying to drive down the road and not pay attention. He's like, I'm going to time myself out for 15 minutes. I'm going to take a bathroom break and have some McDonald's here.
He's like, I'm not paying attention to the road here. I need to time myself out.
For sure. Cole says, hope you guys are well. We are, Cole. Colsifer. Tua looks like he was kidnapped and replaced by a scrub.
Dude,
poor guy. He's just out here taking the Ozempic.
You know what's funny is like, it's so easy to make fun of Tua as a quarterback, but like, I feel like Tua's a good dude though. Like if you ever watch his like interviews and stuff, I actually like him.
No, I think he's a good.
Yeah.
Dude, isn't everybody? I feel like a lot of people are good.
Not
people
everybody.
If you give them a chance, though, right?
Not
Like
everybody.
99.9%.
You're being generous, brother.
I don't know. Like I know Jalen Hurts is a good kid. He's a good guy. Like I don't like his football style, but he's fine. Lamar Jackson's an okay dude. Like he don't get in trouble. I mean, not really. I haven't heard anything from Lamar.
You can't understand a damn thing he says, though. So how do you know if he's good?
Dude, I haven't understood a word he said since he was playing ball at U of L. Like, this dude's right up the road from me. I ran into him one time at a restaurant, and he was signing autographs. There ain't a single person in there knew what in the crap he was saying.
Have y'all ever seen Waterboy? He's the black farmer Fran.
Yeah, he was at Roosters.
That's Lamar Jackson.
He was at Roosters, man, on Dixie signing autographs.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what he said. I didn't want him to sign nothing for
I
me.
think he was. I think he was being nice. It sounded like he had that. What's the word I'm looking for? Like that like tone of voice. Like, but we don't know. He could have been saying anything.
He was nicely telling us that he just wanted to eat food and for us to get the heck out of his way. Nicely.
Yeah, could be. Greg Goodwin said, "Let's do Chew with the Crew." We're gonna see how we can get it all worked out. So, as soon as we know, you guys will know. We'll get it all planned out, get some dates set, and we'll get it going. We'll let you guys know. That's gonna be
fun. That's gonna be fun. Nikki says she got timed out once when something fell on her keyboard and it was making crazy posts over and over.
No way.
Wait, that was the night I was like, "Is Nikki just drunk right now?"
Nikki's drunk. Let's save her. Let's save her from herself. Put her in timeout.
Put her in the pit.
She's gonna say something she can't take back.
I don't even remember that. Sam says, "Will Lucas Niang make the 53 or be part of a trade?"
I hope he don't. I mean,
honestly,
does that sound bad? Like, if he would actually contribute and be good, then I wouldn't care. But he's just been such a disappointment.
Steve, me and you both thought he wasn't going to make the team last year, and lo and behold,
He
Andy's surprise keeps him on, and he didn't do anything. Like, did he even play a snap last year? I think he may have played. I don't even know if he played a snap. I need to find that. How many snaps did frickin' Lucas Niang play last year? If I PFF'd Lucas Niang and Google just laughed at me. He played 59 offensive snaps.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. He had one penalty.
Dude, I could not. I didn't think he played an ace snap.
Hey, 59 offensive snaps, one penalty, one QB hit, and he allowed 4 pressures and 59 snaps. And only 36 of those were pass block. So 4 out of 36 snaps, he allowed a pressure. That is an ungodly amount of percentage here.
Yeah, that's insane. Mike, I'm about to end this Sky Moore poll.
Do it.
If you have not voted on the poll, go vote on the poll. Just real quick, I'm gonna wait like 2 minutes. If you haven't voted, vote on it because I want to get like a kind of the best we can get. But right now, 52% said that they would trade Sky Moore for a 7th rounder.
I told you. And look, I thought 52%. I was thinking it was going to be 75%.
Well, I think I'm not saying you're wrong if you think that, but like to me, it's like jumping the gun. Like you gotta have a little more patience than you drafted a guy in the 2nd round from a small school, and you're not even going to give him a 3rd year.
Well,
that's crazy.
I think that poll on our channel might be a little closer than on another channel because we have tried to be a voice of reason for Sky Moore at times this past year.
I'm tired of taking up for the guy. I think he's got to shit or get off the pot. But
you kind of even was a shill for the cat. But let me tell you something. Yeah, he's not earned it at this point. And like I do want to see him do well. I don't always think he's put in the right spots. But at the same time, guess what? A lot of these guys aren't in the right spots.
Yeah, you still got to perform.
But they performed, and you've got to perform. So, personally, I wouldn't trade him for a 7th round pick. If you give me a 6th, I'll think about it. I would hard think about a 6th. But to be honest, even a 7th round pick, Steve, you grabbed Pacheco with it. You grabbed Jalen Watson with one. You got Najee Johnson with a 7th round pick.
I'm not saying it's worthless, but I mean,
like,
I just think it's too soon to think of trading. Like maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Mike, get your big pencil and write this down.
Nikki. Okay.
Yeah. If we do Chew with the Crew on Tuesday, Nikki can go.
Chew with the Crew on a Tuesday. Nikki shall be in attendance. Look, if I'm not mistaken, Nikki, last year it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday. It's always midweek. It's not a weekend because we try to get there throughout the week, watch a camp, and then we usually go home after a game on the weekend. We try to watch a game and then head back Saturday night or Sunday. So it's usually like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, last season, I don't think we went to a preseason game. I think they were
out of town. So I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll try to do a Tuesday or a Wednesday. If we can't do it on Tuesday, we'll definitely give you a heads up enough that maybe you can slot it into your calendar.
We'll figure it out. Robert, I think we did do a poll on this like several lives ago.
It was the last live, I believe.
I don't know if it was the last one, but we did do a poll, and I'm pretty sure Tony won that one in a landslide. Like most people would rather see Tony cut.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Not really. I mean, Sky Moore didn't cause the Chiefs to lose a game last year single-handedly. Sky Moore at least practices and doesn't try to, create, do rap albums.
Wasn't it the game? Was it the flu game that we lost to Denver that Sky Moore let the ball go through his hands in the end zone on that big play?
I don't know. But you can't put that whole crappy game on Sky Moore.
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying
Good grief.
There were times.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sam says give Nico one of their spots. I think Nico
Remigio, he's gonna be trying to get it, that's for sure.
I think he's dude, he's trying hard out there. He's try harding out there.
He's a try hard.
I think he's a try hard. Look, Andy's already made up his mind he ain't making the team. Steve, we're under the assumption that Andy and them already know who their 53 is. Like they're doing all this for nothing at this point. If you watched how Khalif Hallisey played last year and then he just got
it didn't make it, like they had their mind made up, right? Chief Kelsey says just put Sky in the practice squad. If a team poaches him, he would have to be on their 53-man. I think if Sky Moore went to the practice squad, someone would poach him in no time.
Yeah, I think Dallas would take him. I wouldn't be surprised if you wouldn't see New England take him.
I'll tell you this. Like, I don't know how confident I am that Sky Moore's going to get it together with the Chiefs. But I do think that if you put Sky Moore on the practice squad, someone would poach him, and you might regret it from the standpoint of he's producing for someone else.
Brendan said he had knee problems last year. I think he did, didn't he? He had a little bit of knee injury. Didn't Sky suffer a little bit of the first year he was here, he kind of had a lot of time in training camp down from a hamstring. I want to say in the voluntary OTAs last year, in the rookie OTAs, he missed a lot of time with a hamstring in his rookie season.
His rookie season he did, yes.
And then last year he had a little bit of a knee thing. And look, he had to adjust coming out of Western Michigan. He's been playing out of behind the eight ball a lot. I wish Sky would get it together this year. Like, I'm rooting for the dude. I really think he's got a lot of intangibles and a lot of things. Again, when you watch his college film, he was dominant. And look, when I went back and rewatched some of his college film the other day, Steve, because I was like, what did I miss? What did I miss? Because I didn't think he'd be as bad as he's been. And I was like, look, they just got him the ball and he broke a lot of tackles. Dude, I watched certain games and this dude was mossing people. Like, he was going deep and catching balls and mossing people. And I'm like, where is that?
Well, it's a level of competition, correct?
Well, that's true. That's true. But yeah, it wasn't like all just dinks and dunks to Sky Moore. Like, he was showing signs of an actual good wide receiver.
Yeah.
So it's kind of strange.
Yeah, Josh says we should trade Sky Moore for T. Higgins.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Oh, well, hell yeah, man. Hey, you think the Bengals will actually give us T. Higgins for Sky Moore? And do you think T. Higgins will play for Sky Moore's salary? Because I'm all for it.
Can we throw in some of that chili, too? A little bit of that Skyline chili action. Steve,
yeah, man. Now, the Bengals wouldn't deal with the Chiefs in any shape or form. It wouldn't matter what you tried to give them.
Look, they screwed Lamont from getting a ring.
Yeah.
Remember they pick up Chris Lamont?
Didn't we give him one anyway? Lamont's?
Yeah.
Or Lammons, however you say his name.
Lammons, I think. So they picked up Lammons. I just said it, and then I said it wrong. Lammons, and they wouldn't let him have the ring. Like, they tried to screw him. They only tagged T. Higgins because they knew that there was rumors in the offseason that he was thinking about coming to KC. That was it. Like, they hate us.
Yeah. David said you guys are making up too many excuses for Sky Moore. It's not – I mean, I could agree with that to a certain extent, David. But it's like I don't feel like it's making excuses. It's more of like observing and trying to figure out why this kid hasn't clicked yet, right? So it's like we know there's talent there. Everybody knows there's talent there. Why is it not translated? So we do speculate on that a lot. So I guess you could take it as we make too many excuses for him. I mean, we could just be like, oh, well, it didn't work. That's it.
Well, it's possible if we do.
It's whatever,
But think about this as well. At the end of the day, I didn't draft him.
No.
I didn't take him in the second round. I didn't scout him.
I wanted George Pickens, Mike. I was banging the table for George Pickens.
I didn't let him make the team his rookie year. I didn't let him make the team last year. I'm not the one going to make the call this year. So Andy and Brett are making excuses for him, apparently, because he's continuing to be on the team, even though the fans don't like it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And, I think Andy Reid had high hopes of him, being a big part of the offense last season.
I think they still do.
Because when they first got rid of Juju, he was like, well, I think Sky Moore can take that spot. And he was being dead serious.
Didn't Veach just say something like that to that extent about him and Kadarius Toney? He said he's expecting big things again this year. I don't know what they see. I don't really get it. I've kind of pulled away from it just a little bit, but I do see things with Sky Moore that I like.
Yeah.
Is he ever going to put it together? I don't know. And I'm not going to make excuses for him anymore. This year, he needs to go. He needs to figure it out.
I was advocating for him for a while. I thought he was really going to get it together.
This past year, Steve, we actually thought him and MVS could have been better this year. And boy,
not MVS. I had no faith in him, low key. David Miller with the 10 bomb. Appreciate the 10, my man. He says, love this platform. Brother. Yeah, thanks, man. Glad you're having a good time. That's the name of the game. That's why we're around. So,
and even if you hate Sky Moore, and we, we can all have fun. We don't got to hate each other. No, I think the Sky Moore thing, a lot of people say that to us. They're like, hey, you guys are Sky Moore sympathizers and blah, blah, blah. There's been times.
Yeah.
Last year, we just didn't want – look, if you play for the Chiefs, man, if you put on that jersey at the end of the day, I'm going to back you until you start doing to a point to where, I can't back you anymore.
Like MVS.
Sky's starting to get there. MVS got there last year. But, look, MVS did a good job in the postseason.
He did, and he did little things right.
He did a hell of a job in the postseason. He was for $33 million over 3 years. It's
absolutely
not enough.
I'm not paying a receiver that to block. I'm not doing it.
Right.
It's absolutely absurd.
And so, there's not been very many players get on that level. I think, Steve, you got there with, was it Juan Thornhill or Colin Saunders? You got there one year. You were like, look, you guys are just trolls.
It wasn't that. It's not
like
as a player.
Was starting to do that towards the end of his career here.
Nah, see, it's like a different whole thing for me. Their attitude sucked, and they were just kind of crybabies. That's one thing. But I didn't dislike Juan Thornhill or Colin Saunders on the field. I thought they both were decent players. That's just kind of off the, off the field.
Well, that's why I said something about Honey Badger. It feels like he was making some business decisions when it was coming time to tackle there.
Yeah, he definitely was. One player that I kind of got off board with is McCole Hardman. I think we've gave him too many shots. I can't for the life of me figure out why people, which I get it, he had a lot more production than Sky Moore did.
I'm going to be honest, though. I like McCole Hardman as a person.
I do too, but I just can't stand the way it's like they can't give it up, bro.
Me and McCole Hardman
give it up.
Me and McCole Hardman are Call of Duty. I'm on his we're friends. We ran a game of Call of Duty.
I'm on his bowling team, though. Did you know that?
You're not on his bowling team, bro.
Yeah, I am.
But if anybody wants his screen name, I'll shout it out for you.
We actually have shirts.
I don't think
we have bowling team shirts that buttons up with flames all over it, and we're called the Unholy Rollers. They have there's just a devil on the back of it.
Don't lie to me.
Just kidding. It's actually called the Holy Rollers, and there's little angels on it.
You guys would know.
What? Yeah.
Can we have a segment? Can we have a new segment called Naming McCole Hardman's Bowling Team? And we just go with bowling team names.
Let's do it, man. Appreciate the 10, David. And we got another 5 bomb. A 10 bomb from Flip. He said sometimes it takes the whole rookie contract to completely see the full showcase of a player. I mean, I remember when fans jumped the gun on Kareem Hunt situation, but that's another topic. Agreed. I think some people get a little impatient. It's a what have you done for me lately type
especially
league.
Yeah.
With fans more than coaches. That's the thing. Mike was making the point. With players like Sky Moore, if Andy Reid and Brett Veach think that he's valuable and they think that he can make a spot on this team and he made the roster, and they think he can be better, then I don't know why we're arguing with them. Because any other time when we're talking about, like, we don't know if we like this move or that move they made, the sentiment from Chiefs Kingdom is, in Veach we trust. Why do you think you're smarter than Veach? Why do you think you're smarter than Andy Reid? Well, we don't. But do you, when you think that Sky Moore shouldn't be on the team? It goes both ways. So I think if they see something in him, I think we can too. Dude, we're trying to figure out what it is that's just not connecting, I guess.
Yeah, and the one I like to bring up a lot, and I know some people already know kind of what I'm going to say, I guess, if you've watched a lot of us, and not everything is comparable, like apples to apples, whatever. Yeah. I get it. But in 96, we had a rookie wide receiver in here, and he stunk. He had 30 yards. In 97, he had 65 yards. In 98, he had 198 yards. That's 3 full years. We're just now getting to Sky Moore's third year. This receiver had 30, 65, and 198. He went on in year 5 to have 1,300 yards. Year 6, 1,265. Year 7, 1,300 yards. He became a 7-time Pro Bowler. 4-time Pro Bowler, my bad. Joe Horn. Like, look at the career Joe Horn had. And his first 5 years flat out stunk. And his first 3 years in Kansas City were atrocious. And as soon as he went to the Saints, he got in a system that used him properly. They featured him 1,300 yards, 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards, 1,000 yards, 1,400 yards. This dude went ham. So I think, again, you've got to look at certain situations and be like, man, are we giving up on people a little too quick these days because it's too easy, right? It's too easy to just be like, hey,
yeah. On to the next. Who can we draft this year? Who can come in here and set the world on fire? But I think
I totally understand the frustration with Sky Moore because we're there too.
No, 100% get it. But I, like you said, though, you have to be patient with these kids. Like, do you really think, like, he could come in here and just go crazy? Xavier Worthy, first round draft pick. He could come in here and go absolutely nuts. But the chances of that are not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to give him a year or two. Like, sometimes you just have to be a little patient, you know? Like, it just is what it is. It's like it's a big jump. It's a different game. It's a different speed. There's a lot to learn in Andy Reid's offense as a wide receiver. Everyone talks about that. So, I mean, there's just a lot of different things that go into it. But, you know, it is what it is. The 10 bomb wasn't enough for Flip, so he said, I'm going to add another 5, baby. Let's go. He says both Sky Moore and Rashee Rice had a Super Bowl touchdown there in their rookie year. That's true.
True.
Sky Moore
had
at times.
Just a walk-in.
Yeah.
That was just like open. Sky Moore was the original play, right? Wasn't it Sky Moore and then Kadarius Toney got the other one on the opposite side? Is that the same one is that the same play McCole Hardman scored on? Was those all the same play?
Sort of, yes. Like,
they were pretty
literally
similar, right?
Yeah, they called it Tom and Jerry with
McCole
Hardman. It was like it was a little bit different if you go watch the play, but it was the same concept. Like, fake the motion, go back out.
Why does that work so well at the goal line, you think?
Because teams get lazy, and they basically they're like.
I know with the Eagles it wasn't working because the Eagles were switching off.
Right, and that's what teams do. Like I said,
they were doing.
Instead of following or whatever.
But McCole Hardman, I actually seen that one the other day, and I feel like the guy just didn't follow him. Like, maybe they were trying to switch off too.
Because I think it was Kelsey that really sold that one.
Dude, I loved watching Kelsey watch the play on the board. He was watching it and dude, that was such a weird play with McCole Hardman. Like, I went back and watched some of that game the other day. And when McCole Hardman scored a touchdown, like, the entire stadium, like, nobody on the field, nobody reacted to it. It's like it was a completely fake play or something. And I was like, this was the weirdest ending to a game I've ever witnessed, I think.
Man, I've went back and watched the last, drive of the Super Bowl a few times, man. It was nuts, man. It was crazy. Like, MVS did his best DeMarcus Robinson impression to try to screw us in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that one was wild, dude.
Dude, Chris Jones even came up off the bench. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Like, everybody was just like,
don't know why he did that, but I'll say, man,
I think he was trying to make something happen. Dude. I get it. You
can't fault him, I guess, but at that point,
you have to be smarter than that. But he was literally just trying to make something happen.
Pat put on a clinic. Like
He did.
Mahomes is
He did.
he's just a different beast when you have to be. And dude, can you just imagine what he's going to be like when you finally got a receiver that can match some of his aura? You know what I'm saying? Like we've never had that. You had it a little bit with Tyreek, I guess, to a certain degree, but we didn't see that late in seasons. And even with Tyreek, we blew the game versus the Bengals. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you haven't seen that big-time step up. Even Tyreek in the Super Bowl. The dude got shut down against Tampa Bay. Like, he was getting made fun of. Who was it, Antoine Winfield?
Yes.
They were out there just
up
eating
in his
lunch,
face,
dude. And Tyreek was dropping balls, hitting him on the face mask. He just never stepped up when it needed to.
Tyreek looked like Kadarius
He did
Toney.
good in Wasp. the Wasp play. Like, great. But, yeah, Tyreek just didn't really match that aura perfectly. Like, I want somebody that can do that. I don't know if Hollywood can do that, though. I mean, he's got to prove it.
The thing is like...
You think Rashee Rice could get to that level, though? Because for him to be a rookie last year, he'd come off the field wanting the ball that time, dude.
I do.
Like, he wanted
like,
to win.
It's funny because, like...
That was sick to see, to be honest.
It was funny because I'm glad Mahomes put him in his place, 100%.
Yeah.
But I loved seeing him not afraid as a rookie to be like to the best quarterback in freaking history almost. Like, dude, I'm wide the F open. What are you doing? Like, and I understand, Mahomes said bad snap. The snap, he was trying to explain it to him. But I love the fact that the rookie felt confident enough to say to the best quarterback in the league, you missed me. What are you doing? Like, but so I mean, that's cool.
He was confident enough to walk away from a hit and run, bro.
That's true.
He's very
nothing
confident.
Scared. He was confident enough to be driving 120 on the interstate.
Confidence is not something Rashee Rice is lacking, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we're good in that department. He should have been a cornerback.
I think we're good there, Luke. But I do like that Rashee Rice is working hard. I see K. Wayne said that Rice seems to be working hard on his game.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
100%, man.
Yep. I said that earlier.
Am I pronouncing this right? Kelly or Keeley?
It's totally Kelly.
Kelly. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Rashee could be that guy if he doesn't end up in prison. I don't think he goes to jail. I don't think so. Yeah, I just don't see it.
I don't think he does any kind of time whatsoever. That's not going to happen. He'll pay a lot of money to different people, and he'll probably get some type of like community service or like maybe some kind of probation or something. I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
But as far as getting suspended, I don't think they're going to do anything until they know what happens in court either. So if this thing gets pushed out, he might not even see a suspension this season.
That's what I'm thinking, man. If the court thing doesn't play itself out, what can Goodell do? Can you really put him on a suspension list or something like that when he's – I mean, you don't even know what's going on. So
right.
We'll see. We'll see what Goodell can do. I hope he don't try to make an example and screw him, but at the same time, you get what you get.
Yeah.
Play dumb games, win dumb prizes, I guess.
Yep. Yuck Food Tube says, hopefully Rice progresses in second season how we hoped Sky should have. I think I'll say this, like, Rashee Rice is a different level of player than Sky Moore. I think I'm confident in saying that. Like, Rashee Rice is a guy that could have been a first-round draft pick. Sky Moore's a guy that was – Sky Moore's a dude that should have gone in the third round, and we reached on him.
Yeah, he should have been a third or fourth round pick.
So, I mean, I think they're a different level of player. So I do think that he will progress. He'll keep, as long as he's putting in the work, which he seems to be doing. I know he's been a slap nut, and we all seen it. The whole world's seen it. But if he keeps working on his game the way he's doing it, he's got all the ability in the world. And here's the best thing about it, is he's got chemistry with Mahomes, and Andy Reid knows how to use him. Andy Reid figured out how to use Rashee Rice about halfway through the season.
Yeah, Rashee also figured out how to work his own.
That too. That'll continue to get better. It'll continue to be a better connection between him and Mahomes too. So I think for sure he's going to continue to progress.
Yep. Scott says if Nico beats Sky out, do you think Sky would clear waivers to get to the practice squad? I don't think you would ever see them cut Sky Moore over Nico. I just don't see it. I think they already know Nico can get through practice squad, so they'll just do that.
Yeah.
And I
Now,
don't think Sky
Nico-
would. I don't think he would clear.
That's not saying I don't think Nico could make this team because I think he's good enough to do it. But I'm with you. I think what you have to look like, it's almost like an investment. Like they invested a second-round pick in Sky Moore, so they're not going to throw that away after 2 years. They're gonna see it through.
Right.
So I just don't think Sky's going anywhere. I just don't see it.
I don't either. And they, like I said, they know Nico could kind of clear. I don't think nobody's going to pick him up. Even if they do,
Somebody
did you really
should.
lose anything on him? You didn't really lose nothing on him at that point.
No,
I don't
mean,
know. I just don't see him doing it. But to be honest, I don't think Sky would clear waivers. Somebody would take the shot on him, I think.
Yeah, Mike. If the Chiefs start 8-0, do you think that they'll ban Rice for 4 games? Because I could totally see that happening too. Like, man, the Chiefs are doing really good. Our scheduling tactics didn't work that well. They're looking even better than last year.
No.
Hey, what is it like? What's her name? Frau on Austin Powers with Dr. Evil.
Oh, yeah. The little lady?
Yeah, she would like yell like, "Go ahead and start this or that." Like,
Yeah.
it'd be like, go ahead and do the Rashee Rice thing. Go ahead. Operation Rashee Rice. Let's get it going.
Yeah. Well, if they start 8-0, it wouldn't be 4 games. They'd probably go 8. They'd try to get them to lose the next 8. Just
Like,
to
look,
even it out.
we gotta even this back out, bro.
Yeah, they got to even that out.
Yeah, for sure. Man, we got a another 10 bomb from Flip. Flip's out here doing the Lord's work tonight. Appreciate you, my man. He says, I feel that, Steve, but Sky Moore would have had better stats if our veteran wide receiver 1 could have caught more catches than he had dropped. It's a domino effect. Teamwork makes the dream work. I do think the situation Sky Moore has been in since being drafted is not ideal. Like the wide receiver room has essentially stunk since he's been here. You could say it was better his first season with Juju. But, I mean, Juju's not like the groundbreaking receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a solid move the chains type guy. But I don't know. I kind of agree with that. I think Sky Moore's not been in the best of situations. And Andy doesn't just use people as one thing. So it's not like they could put them in the slot and make it work. So,
You know what's weird, too? There's nobody on the team since Sky's been here that kind of mimics what Sky does. So he's never really had a veteran leadership, right? Somebody to work with. He's not really had a guy that's had his kind of style.
it's definitely been weird.
It's
still
been kind of strange.
Then again, I'm not trying to make excuses for the kid, but I do think there's more there than has been tapped into.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
You know?
look, year 1, like, Juju kinda, but look, MVS, they don't play the same similar style of game.
No, not at all.
There's nothing about him similar. So it's like Sky Moore come in learning. He was overdrafted. He was learning from Western Michigan to the Super Bowl champs. Like, he's playing on a Super Bowl caliber roster year in and year out ever since he's been here. And it's tough. Like, he has no veteran leadership in front of him, kind of like teaching him the ropes in a way. So, I don't know. That's just another excuse to put in the Sky Moore bag, maybe.
I
don't
guess
know.
so. We have to be hopeful, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think people think the excuse for the hopefulness, but I want everybody to succeed. Like, to be honest, I hope Kadarius Toney has a great year. I wish he'd get his ass to camp, but I hope he has a great year.
well, I think the same thing about Sky Moore as I think about Tony. Like, I think Tony's a different level athlete than Sky, even though Sky's a good athlete. But I think that they both have a lot of. There's just a lot that's not been tapped into with those two. Like, they've got a big ceiling that they could meet if they could just get the right ducks in a row, and like things would fall into place a little bit. I think they could go from being like the 2 guys that Chiefs Kingdom that's down on and necessarily don't think they want them on the team to contributors, like pretty like easily. I think it just has to fall into place,
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, somebody who said, I wanted to see, Flip said, Nico not making the cut, y'all breaking my heart. I think Nico's got a big uphill climb. Now, I do think I think he's got a better chance of making the team if Kadarius Toney hurts himself. Because I think that if Kadarius Toney goes through another injury, I think you have to be like big dog, you got to go. Like, we got to do something. Maybe you get a 7th for Kadarius Toney.
I don't like that even.
Yeah,
I just don't. I think there's too much talent with those guys. Like, if they were to be able to pan out, you would really miss out by trading for a 7th-round pick. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Gary says, Mike and Steve, how many Chiefs players are on the Chiefs now that have 3 Super Bowl rings? That's a good question. I don't think it's many, to be honest. A lot of young players on the team, but like obviously Pat, Chris, Travis. Who else would be on there?
I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch.
Pennell has a couple, but I think he
Should be
missed a
bunch,
year.
you would think, but maybe not. James Winchester?
Yeah, him.
Butker?
Butker, yes. That's a good question, Gary.
I don't think any wide receivers would be on that list right now. McCole? No, was he drafted after that Super Bowl?
No, he's been around the whole time, I think.
I think he was there for all of them. McCole Hardman, but he's not on the team right now specifically. But he should have 3.
See, Clyde was drafted
somewhere.
Clyde was drafted the year after the first one, so he's got 2.
When Damian Williams retired, or went on wherever he did. Nick Bolton
John, I don't know. I think Bolton, Creed, and Smith were all drafted the same year, weren't they?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, they missed that first one. It's not many. I think that's about it. Blake Bell, was he around for all of them? I believe he might have been. He was on the team, then he was off the team, and then he came back.
So he's got to be on in 2020, right? He was on for the last 2 for sure. I'm not 100% sure he was with the team in 2020.
Yeah. Justin Watson was not around for the first one, Covington's Ghost.
Blake Bell played for Dallas in 2020.
Yeah, he went to Dallas. Yeah. Dude, there's a short list. It's crazy to think about. Like, from that team that won, that broke the curse of 50 years with no Super Bowls to now. Derek Nottie, Chiefs fan says, I think that's one. Nottie was drafted before that, right?
Yeah, you might be right. Well, here we go. I got a list of the players that was on the 2020 roster. So, Mahomes.
Are we going 3 Super Bowl?
It'd have to be the 20. Would it be the 2019 roster or the 2020? Wait.
2018.
No.
2019 was the year that they won.
That's the Bucks. Yeah, the 2020. So it would be the 2018 roster, right?
Right. 2019 was the year that. Yeah. It's weird how they do that. But yes, we won the Super Bowl in 2019, which meant it was the 2018 roster.
Right. Okay. Well, let me look. Because I was right here. So.
Is that how they do that? Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Because it says it says last year this team would have lost to the Patriots in the conference championship. So with the 2018 roster. So, okay. Let's see who's on this team.
Is that right?
Mahomes.
Yeah, that's right.
No. This says Kareem Hunt and Chris Conley was on this roster. It'll be the 2019 roster.
That's so weird.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl. 2019 roster. So here we go.
It was, yeah.
So it's Mahomes, LaShawn McCoy, no.
Leave me alone, TGZ. I can't. Hey, it's right here, dude.
What?
Look.
Yeah, I know, but you're going back and forth on the roster because I think. But yeah, no, you're right. It is the 20. They'll count it 2019. So Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill's not here. Sammy Watkins, Blake Bell was here in 2019. He was on that roster. So Blake Bell is it, but he's not on the team this year. So far, Travis Kelce. Let's see. None of the linemen. Actually, yeah, Austin Ryder would have been on here, but he's gone. He's not with the team. Chris Jones, gone. Derek Nottie. Derek Nottie would have all 3. Nobody else. Thornhill, Matthew, Ward, Breland. See, if you look at the bench, Allegretti, but he's not here this year. Harrison Butker, he's on there.
Winchester, of course.
McCole Hardman. McCole Hardman was on the list.
Yeah.
Chris Jones, Travis Kelce for sure. I think that's it, man.
Yeah, there's not many. It's a short list.
Mike Pennell.
No, that's what I was saying. I think Mike Pennell was not on the team for Super Bowl 57.
So last year's Super Bowl, not the 49ers Super Bowl, but the one versus the Eagles.
Like he was definitely on the team in 2019. I know that because he was a factor, dude. Stuff in the run. He was a beast. And that's why I was excited to see him back with the team this last season. But I think he did miss that one. But you can double check. I think he was playing for the Jets or someone weird.
The 22 roster. So let's see if Mike Pennell's on this bad boy. I'm looking for a little PP. Where's he at?
I don't think he was, bro. I think he played for another team for a minute.
Huh. I think you could be right, man.
Let me look it up real quick. Little Mike Pennell. Let's look at.
Yeah, he's not on the team.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Who was it he went to for like a split, like a hot minute before, like right in the middle?
He went to, was it the Jets?
I was thinking it was the Jets or Green Bay or somebody like that.
No, wait. He went to Atlanta and Chicago. He was with the Chiefs.
Oh,
in
he was
2019
with the Jets before the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2019, 2020, he was with Kansas City. 2021, he was with the Falcons. 2022, he's with the Bears, and then he come back to KC.
Yeah.
I like Mike Pennell.
I do too,
a
man.
little PP on the P.
He's a beast, bro. Gotta love it.
Well, man,
yeah.
we appreciate you guys being here tonight, for real. Yeah, we know it was odd because it was a Tuesday night, but we're going to start doing Tuesday, Thursdays.
Yeah.
So that's our schedule.
Up until the season gets started.
Yeah. When the season starts, we're going to bring back the Saturday night tailgate. We'll probably go back to maybe Wednesday or something. But
yeah, sure.
Appreciate you guys. This was the inaugural Tuesday night. So
inaugural.
Yeah, had a good time. Happy birthday, Hollywood Brown. Okay, appreciate all you guys
Feliz
being
Navidad to him. It's all good.
Yeah, if you haven't, go back, watch some of the shorts I've been putting out. They're kind of fun. I got a Travis Kelce one talking about him playing in Happy Gilmore too. Steve, that'd be great.
Yeah, Mike's been doing a lot of good shorts, and we also put a video out yesterday. If you haven't got to watch that one yet, go watch that. And there'll be one out tomorrow. So
we're getting ready to record one for tomorrow as soon as we get off here. The work is never done, ladies and gents. The work is never done.
Been going since 8:30 a.m., and here we are.
But, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button on the way out. And
please do. Appreciate the guys with the donos and the gifted memberships and stuff. You guys are freaking awesome. Iron Price, you're the top donor tonight. As far as the one top dono, make sure to email us at allchiefedup@gmail.com, and we'll get you your mystery gift, sir.
Folks,
it's just going to be, he's going to open a box and there's just going to be something that says, suck it.
Yeah.
That's going to be his gift.
He's just going to get the picture of Chris Jones saying. That's what he gets.
Can we get that signed for him? That'd be fantastic.
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
That would be cool. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't already, and look for the video to drop tomorrow and go watch that bad boy. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Go Chiefs.
There goes a sight from my soul.